Hello YouTube, being here, Guitar Junky, Master Wah. So, it's been a while. I've been just going through my presets and trying to find out what I have on them, because I only have 20 to 40 listed on my cheat sheet on my pedal board. I came across this one here and just trying to figure out the intro, what the intro was. It's been a while, to say the least, but I missed the whole thing. I wait for the second solo because that's even longer than the first solo, and see if I can get through it. See if muscle memory or just my memory works. Trying to, I hear the music and I know the patterns and what I was doing. Let's hope I do it in the right order. However, while I'm waiting for that, still with the Schecter Sun Vally Traditional. I keep on forgetting it's a Sun Valley. So, roasted maple neck and fingerboard, thin 60s neck, jumbo frets, and I've got the Vega trim in here. Got Damasio Tone Zone, Damasio Fast Track 2, and the original single coil crappy pickup that it came with. It does have splitting on both. You can hear the difference even in the neck pickup. But who uses that, right? Just eliminate that and make that an out of phase thing. So yeah, I was playing my Ibanez, and I gotta find a place, a true luthier, that could put like brighter, like these kind of dots in the inlays. Because the abalone inlays that are on the Ibanez Joe Satriani 1200, I can't even see them, and with that light on and with glasses on, I'm still struggling to find where I'm going on the fretboard. And yeah, I need that. As sad as it is. So this has been staying in tune with the roller tree, so I'm not worried all too much about getting staggered locking tuners. It seems to be holding up quite well. So nice looking guitar, nice sounding guitar, nice playing guitar. Well, now it sounds good. It sounded okay before, but it sounds so much better now. I actually stacked this with my Demon FX overdrive and my Orange Burst overdrive together, because together they make a perfect combination. The drive on the gain, I should say, on the Orange Burst is at like 7, 8 o'clock. All the knobs are at 9 o'clock, and the drive is at 11 o'clock on the Demon FX. So here we go. Let's see what happens. And that's coming in. Well, not bad. Had a couple of fluffernutters in there, and it was a time where I just forgot. What after that up here? Yeah, it was after I got here. When I got around, when I was then I was like, oh man, what did I do at that point right there? So I kind of like fluffed through it, and like I said, it's been a while. First drive on that one there. Well, so what does that tell me? That tells me I have to, go through all the loops on my pedal. Got to go through all of them. I got 40 instead of doing 20 to 40. I should starting at 1 and working my way up to 40 and play that every day just to keep it fresh in my mind and remember what the heck I'm doing. So, there was a time where I used to just, have to have this guitar, that guitar. Yeah, I still do. However, I always thought that a new guitar was going to make me play better. Instead of just playing better, it was always on the hunt for the next guitar, always tone chasing, and I've got my tone down. I still would like a lighter amp than this 40 watt, Eddie Van Halen combo behind me, because I got to carry it like a bear hug. It's got a handle, but there's no way, unless you have two of them balancing out the weight, you're going to pull your back out carrying that with the handle, unless you're a young dude. So yeah, it was a time where I was just like, playing the same thing on a new guitar and hoping it was going to be better, instead of just learning and playing more and learning more songs and playing when I'm, everything that I know, instead of just like, the 2 or 3 songs that I like to play. Everything that I've ever played and the set list with my band, which was like 40 songs, playing it over and over and playing it in such repetition where just spend an hour on one song and just honing my skills and getting it down just right. I still know some guys that they want to learn everything else but really learning how to play the guitar. They know everything about setting it up. They know everything about, changing pickups, and, they ask me about sometimes with the, how to wire the pedal board, what system I use, what order it's in. And I see a lot of them, even on YouTube, that they spend a lot of time on everything else but playing. And then when they play, I'm like, man, if they spent the amount of time on everything else that they've been spending it on, whether it's 5 years or it's 25 years, on just playing every day and playing the same thing over, like what I do, and just honing in on the style of playing and getting the sound down and just playing it right, playing it with ease, effortlessly. I like that word. And they don't do that. And I see that, and I say to myself, listen to what you're saying. You got to do the same thing. So when I came in here today and I was starting to play the same old stuff, which I did, I've already been through it. Been in here now 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yes, 2 hours and 20 minutes playing. I went down to track 10 and started working my way up through there afterwards, and this is number 12, and I realized, wow, I haven't played like a hurricane for I don't know how long, and just trying to figure out, I turned it on, I stopped it, and I was like, I don't even know the intro, and I was like, okay, what's the intro? took me about, I don't know how many, couple of minutes at least, I don't know how many, just to remember the intro. And, you know, luckily, you know, after a while, you get an ear for it. And you kind of, your mind memorizes the fingers where they got to go. So it's just doing it in the right pattern. Because again, it's like, you know, sometimes you'll, and you're like, oh no, wait. Oh no, that doesn't, you see what I mean? And you will, you know, like go through it and all and figure it out like day one, listening to the album and of the song. So yeah, if they just spent more time playing and less time on everything else, you know, and if you've been playing for at least 5 years, at least, to get things, you know, mind and hand together, along with the ear, you should be, you know, you should be good. You should be, you know, a good player at least. That's what I consider I consider myself a good player. I played out, and they said, "Man, you're a really good player. You're a very good player." No, I'm not that level. I'm good. I say I'm a good player. I don't say I'm a really good player. I'm a very good player. They say that, but no, I'm not. I'm not nowhere near, you know, where I'm at now, the level that I'm at now. And that's only because I've been playing this stupid guitar, you know, since I was 8. So I should be able to, you know, do something good on it, make something sound good. So yeah, and again, the guys that are on YouTube that are faking it, or they're using a you know, they're using a amp simulator with a processor, you know, like a Fractal, where you could play a $99 guitar from a pawn shop, or one of those guitars you get from Guitar Center with the package at Christmas time with an amp for like $130, and play that piece of crap through a Fractal, and it's gonna sound good, you know, and the fact that all these effects are on there covering up really what you can't, you know, your lack of playing. And I've seen it plenty of times, and I see other pro YouTubers discussing the same thing, you know, like, and then now they've got guys that are faking doing solos. Who would even do that, right? I don't know. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day. I can't wait to play this back on my TV, and because I'll just go to my videos on my computer, and I'll edit the end. I'll put my little caption in there, title and stuff, and then I'll put my end cards where my pictures come up, and, you know, tap on the next video kind of thing. But I'd rather hear it through my TV. Once I hear it through my TV, and again, a lot of times once I hear it on surround sound speakers out of my TV, off my TV, a lot of times I'll be like, oh man, really? I played it like that? That was terrible. You wouldn't even see it. Immediately it gets deleted. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Come on now. Come on.